Hey guys, my name is T, and welcome back to the Panic Room podcast. I want to talk to you guys today about something that I hold very dear to my heart, and that is the upcoming release of the Black Panther movie from Marvel Studios in theaters February 16th. Now, I want to talk to you guys today, right? Well, should I say tonight, right quick, about how what's the importance of this movie is to Hollywood and especially the black community. Now, this of course is the first legit black superhero movie since Blade in 1998. Blade didn't really have that much cultural impact. Matter of fact, Blade was just like Black Panther. At that time, Blade was a very little known character at Marvel, and Wesley Snipes portrayed him, and it was a forgotten movie because most of us credit the first X Men that released in 2000. Most of us credit that movie as the one that kicked off the superhero movement, but low key, very low key, it was Blade. But Blade was a smaller scale movie. Now on the blockbuster side, you can probably give X Men that credit. Now, now as far as what I just said about the first legit, what I mean by legit black superhero movie, because it's no Conan, it's no oh look at me, I'm the sidekick, or I'm the mentor. It's a masculine black dark skin, and I underline that dark skin king of a technologically advanced country, the star of it, and shit like that will scare the fuck out of white people, and I'm telling you that right now. You never seen a black man like this before. You never seen it. They never seen it, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, as far as the cultural relevance goes, that kind of goes without saying that it's gonna be a very historic day in the black community, if you ask me. Now, most of us black people, we tend to not go to the movies, and we tend to download stuff and get movies on bootleg, because some of us, well, not me, but some of us are too cheap to go to a $10 movie. I mean, hey, I can go to an IMAX. I'll spend $20 if a movie is worth it. I'll spend $20 in a heartbeat for at an IMAX theater. The last movie I seen at an IMAX theater was Doctor Strange, and it was amazing. IMAX 3D, worth every red cent of that $20. But and I want to put this out here too. Hey y'all, please do not. And I repeat, do not get this movie on bootleg. Go out there and spend your money. Spend the $10, spend the $12, whatever money. excuse me, whatever money you gotta spend. Go out there and spend it. Because see, that's what's wrong with the black community now. We all so cheap and we don't want to pay for anything. We're always looking for something. Always looking for something free. So I want you to go out there on February that weekend, February 16th, 17th, 18th, that weekend, and spend some money, because this is something that we never seen before, and this is something that means a lot to me as a comic head and as a movie person. It's a match made in heaven for me, and as an aspiring filmmaker, which leads me into my next point about the impact it will have on the future of black Hollywood and black films. Now, um, as you all know that black films has been kind of like stereotypical throughout the years. Is always the standard romance movie, or what I like to call the dump month stalker trilogy movies. I believe that was No Good Deed, When the Bow Breaks, and The Perfect Guy. I call them the dump month trilogy because all those movies came out around the same time. September is usually considered a dump month for Hollywood. They put out a lot of trash movies in September, um, or beginning of September at least. Um, yeah, black movies haven't really done that well. The black box office, create on the creative side and the financial side. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but when Malcolm X was made back in the early 90s, 1991, 1992, Spike Lee had to beg Warner Brothers to up the budget for the movie to get it done, and Warner Brothers didn't want to do it. So I believe he got help from Oprah and Magic Johnson and a couple other celebrities to pitch in on the rest of the budget and complete the movie. And also, um, movie that came out recently about 5 6 years ago, Red Tails. Red Tails was actually in production trouble. Well, it wasn't really in production trouble. I'll take that back. Red Tails, when I believe when George Lucas came to the studio with the idea, the studio executive said that it will be a big risk because having it will be a risk making a movie because of all those black actors, a cast full of black actors. It will be a big risk, and Black Panther has a pretty much all black cast. Well, 95% of the cast is black, and nobody's calling. Well, nobody that knows comics is calling it a big risk because if you're familiar with the Black Panther, take place in Africa. I mean, I mean, supposedly black people in Africa. Now, the one white dude in the movie, there's two white people in the movie. Ulysses Claw, he's a Black Panther arch villain in the comics. Um, and Everett K. Ross. And Everett Ross is basically the white people's eyes to Black Panther. Basically, it's kind of like when they wrote the character back then. And when you have when you have an African setting like that back then, I guess they had to write in a white character so they can understand Black Panther and Wakanda's world through the white character's eyes. Uh, but I'm gonna tell you this: if this movie, if no, no, I'm not gonna say if, when this movie is successful, and right now I'm calling. They're projecting a $95 million opening. I'm going as high as $120 million opening. When this movie becomes successful, Hollywood's gonna start taking notice and see how powerful the black dollar really is. Um, because a lot of studios they don't want to take a risk making a movie like this. But see, like all credit and all praise goes to Disney slash Marvel because a lot of people didn't know they. You know what? Black Panther, pretty much all these movies that Marvel is coming out with could not have been done uh, in the beginning stages of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They could not have been done 10 years ago. Hell, they couldn't even been done 7 years ago. Um, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but excuse me, there was a the Marvel president at that time, or the Marvel CEO at that time, Ike Perlmutter. He's best friends with Donald Trump, but anyway, uh, when Marvel first started from phase one, the first Iron Man from 2008 to 2012, um, he said that he didn't want any female led or black led superhero movies because they would not sell toys. And a couple short years after that, Marvel got his ass right up on out of there. If he hadn't still been around, this would not have happened. Um, But yeah, it took a lot of excuse me. It took a lot of it took a lot of imagination to get this movie off the ground because man, like I'm tell you this, the movie looks beautiful, man, and like it really warms my heart to see these little kids run around here and to see a superhero, dark skinned, masculine superhero look like them. And those, I don't have any kids, but those of you with kids need to understand that a child's imagination to them is very powerful. And I was in Walmart today, and they have the Black Panther toys out in the store. And you know, even though I'm 30 years old, but hell, hey, fuck y'all, I still go to the toy section. I may not buy the toys, but I still look. Um, I picked up a Black Panther mask with the vibranium light on top of it. And then after that, I got on my phone. I seen a commercial for that same toy, and it just really warmed my heart to see these black kids running around with Black Panther masks on. And these kids are blessed enough to grow up in a world where there's a superhero representing them, and that's just a beautiful thing for me. Um, I remember there was a point in time where they laughed at the idea of a black superhero. There was a point in time where they laughed at the idea of a black president, but it happened, and it's happening. Well, the black superhero thing is happening now. Uh, as far as the further Marvel Cinematic Universe goes, well, we have to support Black Panther as much as we can. I've been promoting Black Panther on my social media for the last God know what, like 3 months, 2 months. I've been every day I've been getting on there. Go see Black Panther February 16th, and I don't care if y'all get tired of me saying it, man. I can't stress enough. Y'all gotta see this movie, and but at the same time, it doesn't stop there. Y'all have to go see Avengers Infinity War 2. Y'all have to support that because Wakanda, Black Panther and Wakanda is has a major role and a prominent role in that movie. And it's essentially a Black Panther sequel, just featuring everybody else. But Black Panther and Wakanda will have a major role in that movie, and I want y'all to go support that too. May 4th, 2018. Y'all gotta support it. Now, the one thing, crazy thing Marvel is doing, well, not the one thing, they're doing a lot of crazy, amazing things at Marvel Studios, but if Black Panther does 1 billion, just like how I said earlier, how you're gonna see how powerful the black dollar is when all these black people show up. Now think about Infinity War. Infinity War is gonna have all the Avengers and all their fans. Then you're gonna have the Guardians of the Galaxy. They have a huge following. You're gonna have all their fans. The Avengers movies alone do the Avengers alone the movies on the Avengers movies alone do 1 billion, 1.5 billion by themselves. You add the Guardians in there, who has a huge following, and then now you had the attention of the black community, the black people. If Black Panther does 1 billion, and we all go support Infinity War also, Infinity War might fuck around and do like 2.5 billion. So I'm not gonna hold y'all guys long because I'm a little sleepy, and I'm doing this video on the fly. And I know this is my first Panic Room podcast in a while, but I'm gonna try to do more. I got a lot of things going on. I got a job to do. I'm working on all this creative ideas for the channel, so I'm gonna talk to you guys one on one when I get a chance. So subscribe to Tacardia Studios. I'm gonna try to put out as much content as I can this year. We're trying to do it big this year. Um, like I said, man, I want y'all to support Black Panther, man. I mean, like, People asking me like, you getting paid for this? No, I'm not getting paid for this. I'll do this shit for free, bro. So Black Panther February 6th, Black Panther February 16th, Avengers Infinity War May 4th. I'll holler at y'all later.